This is about to start.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to IntellectualRadio.com, Monday Night Mingle Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host. I can hear it in my voice. My voice is kind of off. I am your host, Gina Lamar Evans. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've been off for a couple of weeks. We've had a whole bunch of stuff going on. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming up, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. First of all, I'd like to always thank you all for tuning in to Monday Night Mingle Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. It is a joy and a pleasure to be back in the studio with my super producer, Earl Winfrey. Yeah, right. You have no idea. Like, we were just doing tug of war 2 seconds before you came on. But it's what we do, right? So we are looking to do a couple of things new with Monday Night Mingle Radio. So we were talking about that. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to try to do this in a different location. I might not even be able to pull it off. Truth be told, I may be back here, week after next. But we're going to try it. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate having you. We are always interested in hearing from you. So feel free to give us a call, 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. And I just wanted to do a real plug on what Monday Night Mingle was. As we are growing, which is always a good thing, the question starts coming up, well, what is Monday Night Mingle? How did it start? And who are you? And why are you doing that? So one of the things I always like to do is, one, say go to mondaynightmingle.com, all spelled correctly. It's amazing. People and social media have allowed us to misspell so much that when I say mondaynightmingle.com, they say, how do you spell it? And I say, all spelled correctly. And then they say, well, what's correctly? N-I-T-E? I love it. I was like, no, it's N-I-G-H-T. That's how you spell Monday. I'm sorry, night. And you spell Monday, M-O-N-D-A-Y. So that question has come up a couple of times. But that's really and truly due to social media and how lax we've gotten because of things. So you're tuned into Monday Night Mingle Radio on IntellectualRadio.com, which happens every Monday night at 7. The first Monday of every month, we are at Reds, 6926 South Stony Island, where we host adult conversation on healthy relations and healthy relationships. Then we add tequila, and it's just straight sex talk, truth be told. That's just how it ends up happening, right? We like to say that. And last week we had co-host Monique Spence in the building, and it was really, really great. She happens to be running for alderwoman in Berwyn, I think it is. So all my West Side peeps, all my Berwyn peeps, and all my Berwyn minglers, not peeps, my West Side minglers and my Berwyn minglers, please be sure, look for Monique Spence on the ballot. It isn't until February, so we'll have some other things to come. I'm definitely going to have her in studio with me at some point so that we can talk about her issues or her platform, rather. We won't talk about her issues. We'll let her candidates bring out her issues. But it's always good to bring out your own issues so that your candidates don't get a chance to do that. That's what happened last Monday, and it will happen again November 7th. Is the next live mingle at Reds, Monday Night Mingle, where we meet and mingle at Reds, 6926 South Stony Island, from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. That happens November 7th. And then there's our big Christmas party that happens every December. The first Monday in December, we kick off the holiday right. Like, I'm now charged with being the person to decorate Reds for the holiday parties, right? Because I'm the very first party in December. So we kick off Reds. We kick off the holiday by doing our holiday party at Reds. So Monday, December 5th, be sure to mark your calendars for that. I'm always interested in having new minglers in the house. And it usually happens around the Christmas party. Everyone comes for the holiday party where we give away so much stuff. So that's also a way for my sponsors to know I'm going to start begging soon. IntellectualRadio.com, Earl Winfrey. Yeah, I always let people know by October I start my begging so that I can have everything by Thanksgiving, because that first Monday happens so very quickly once November hits. It is fall, y'all. It's fall, y'all. It's my favorite season. I love the changing of the trees. Fall is the one time that death is beautiful. Think about it. Death is beautiful. Trees are dying, but the leaves are turning brown and they're falling. And it's the one time that you look at death and you're like, man, that tree is beautiful. Technically, that tree is dying. And so you have to look and accentuate the positive. There's that song, you have to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Like real simple. And that's what I love about fall. I've wondered why fall was my favorite season for a long time, though, considering I'm a spring baby born in March. And it hit me. Fall was when we got back to school, our routine set up. My mother, the house had to be a particular kind of way by fall. We had the spring cleaning, the summer cleaning, the Easter cleaning, everything, like every quarter she found a reason for us to have to wash all the walls and the china and do the chandeliers. But fall always seemed to be the best because there was just something about the cooking changed, Sunday dinner changed. And I think we were back into a routine. So turns out I like routine. So that's probably one of the things that happens. Anyway, fall, which happens to be my favorite season, has put us back. We just had our first mingle at Reds since the summer. We hadn't been there since the summer, and it was the best. We had a good time. Again, we had co-host Monique Spence in, and Monique is younger and cuter and thinner, and so all of my co-hosts were like, "Hey, we like her." My DJ, my co-host, my photographer, they were like, "Oh, that was really cool last night. You should have her back." I was like, "She can't have my job, y'all. Just because she's younger and cuter, she can't have my job. It's my job. I'm just letting her co-host tonight." So we had a really good time, and she loved it too. She talked major smack. She fell right on in with the crew. So Mo, you are welcome anytime to come back and co-host because you fell right on in. As we also talk about everything that's going on with Monday Night Mingle, the Mingling Minute. We do the Mingling Minute on Fox. We are on hiatus right now from Fox, but it's not that big of a deal. We got, as we like to say, contract negotiations. That's what you say when you get fired. No, I'm kidding. But we are in the middle of looking at some things, and me just looking at some things to do things differently with the Mingling Minute. But you can always look up the Mingling Minute, do hashtag Mingling Minute. You can do it in the Facebook page, hashtag Mingling Minute, or you can do it on the internet. And those segments from Darlene Hill and I on Fox should always pop up. Hey, Dark, got to get you in studio real soon. So the other thing that's coming up on December 5th, because December 5th is going to be, I don't know why I punish myself, right? I have every other Monday free, but I choose to do everything on the same day. But the next the next Lunch and Learn is going to happen Monday, December 5th. What's a Lunch and Learn? A Lunch and Learn, as you know, I am an HIV training specialist by trade. While my tagline is I talk about sex for a living, I do simply because the main mode of transmission for HIV continues to be unprotected sex, hence the birth of Monday Night Mingle. I was recently sitting at a sexually transmitted infection update on the Midwest, and so I posted some of the pictures on gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis that are happening in the city of Chicago and in the Midwest, and then said, this is the reason Monday Night Mingle exists. It happens this way simply because I keep getting those STIs in my office. Had one in the office on Saturday, person coming in to get their results. Our offices were closed. I just happened to be there on doing some other work, and this person was looking for his results. And so it's really nice when we do have those intimate moments because we can have real conversation. I can be like, okay, what are we going to do to make sure that you don't come back in here again with this STI? So we talked about partner notification, how he or she should tell their partner, how this person should tell their partner, and how you can have those conversations. And if you can't have them, we can have them for you. You simply notify us all the way down to the nickname of the person, the building they live in, any tattoos or scars. So, if you're dating the one that says killer across his neck, yeah, and you'll bring us down about 500 people. That's okay, though. We'll go out and look for them and let them know there's an exposure. Now, the only thing I always like to warn people when we go out and do those things talking about exposures is if that other person has only had sex with you, then you're in trouble. Now, if they've been with a couple of people, we never tell who, we never tell how long. We simply say someone has identified you on a sexually transmitted exposure, including HIV, and you should come into the office and get tested. And we update, we test that person, get their status updated, treat if necessary, and move on. The problem is, if this person has only had sex with you, then you got a problem. But if you've been dipping and they've been dipping and everybody's dipping without a condom, then you are kind of safe. You never know who said what. And we also say we don't know how long this exposure happened. We just know that it has happened and you've been identified. So you never want that knock on the door from the city or the county saying there's an exposure for you. It's always not a good thing. So just use the condoms. We always give them out at Monday Night Mingle. We are looking for more sponsorship from Trojan. Durex has been good to us, and we appreciate that. But we are looking for Trojan to get on board. Come on, you can do this, Trojan. Get on board with our condom usage. And so the Lunch and Learns are a 1 hour for those of you who are in the health care field or are looking for continuing educations or who simply want to do, I love it. Someone said to me after the last Lunch and Learn, I want to do what you do. Like you really do just talk about sex for a living and we pay you for it. I do get paid for it. There's a little bit more to it. I happen to hold a master's in public health. I happen to have worked in the field of HIV for the last 20 plus years. Clearly, I started at 5, but there's a little more to it. Although coming to these Lunch and Learns, if you're a community activist or someone who's ever been exposed to an STI and said, I don't want that ever to happen again in my high school, then you could come to the Lunch and Learns or in my school or my college campus. Come to the Lunch and Learn, pay the $5 for the continuing education credit. Otherwise, the Lunch and Learn is free. But if you want continuing education credits, start building your portfolio. Go through the city program. It's free. The city of Chicago has a free training program on STIs, which will talk to you about the current methods and modes of transmission for STIs. And so that's a good way to do it as well. So that Lunch and Learn happens at the UIC School of Public Health every quarter. And the next one is going to be December 5th. And I will soon have the 2017 calendar out. That schedule will be out because we're going to book them for the whole year. You'll know who's coming up. But this time I'm going to be talking about HIV in the emergency department. I'll be interviewing Dr. Nikki Morone. And the great part about that is she's an emergency room doc who, when she is in the middle of testing you, she's not necessarily looking for HIV, right? She's there because you have a sprained ankle. She's there because you are in the middle of, having a baby. You're there, you're in a car accident. But she finds the HIV because that's just how it happens. So she's going to be the person that I'm going to do an intimate interview with over lunch, Monday, December 5th at UIC School of Public Health, 1603 West Taylor Street. Go to MondayNightMingle.com and find out how to register. There will be a link there to register on Eventbrite, and we'll move it there for you to do that. And finally, the articles on Examiner.com are going to be happening again. I write articles about relationships and STIs on Examiner.com. So you can go there and look up Monday Night Mingle or Gina Lamar Evans and find me and follow me. Subscribe. I'd love for you to subscribe. That would be great. So that's pretty much what we wanted to talk about tonight as we are getting back into the swing of things and working on the winter schedule and how we're going to do things. Of course, Earl, once I get into the studio, I want to be here, right? But then there's always the getting here that makes the difference. So we'll be looking at some other things. And always go to MondayNightMingle.com. Go to Monday Night Mingle on the Facebook page. You can even chime into IntellectualRadio.com and tell us how you'd like to see Monday Night Mingle Radio happen. If you like us in the studio, if you'd like to see us on location at times, let's talk about it because 2017 is coming up and we should start doing some new and different things. I'm going to be wrapping it up, but I'm going to go through the list again very quickly. Go to MondayNightMingle.com to find out where we're always going to be, where the mingles are happening. Every first Monday is going to be a standard at Reds because they've been so good to us, 6926 South Stony Island. Monday Night Mingle Radio is going to continue to happen Monday nights at 7 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com. The Mingling Minute is going to be happening in different ways. Do hashtag Mingling Minute on the Facebook page. Go to Monday Night Mingle on Facebook. Subscribe to the page, like it and subscribe to it, and then you will always get those updates. The Lunch and Learn is happening Monday, December 5th in the afternoon from 12 until 1. There is a light lunch that is served, and HIV testing is going to be offered. I think we're going to start offering that every single time now. So the Lunch and Learn about finding HIV in the emergency department. I'll be interviewing Dr. Nikki Marone and get continuing education credits from the School of Public Health from the University of Illinois at Chicago, which is always a good thing. And finally, go to examiner.com and start checking out some of the articles. We are always looking for feedback on the Monday Night Mingle page, so please inbox me on the Monday Night Mingle page on Facebook, or follow us on Instagram, Monday Night Mingle. You can follow us on Twitter at Gina Lamar Evans, or look up Monday Night Mingle and you'll find us there, because we're always looking for new topics, new people, and new relationship dilemmas. We're always interested in those things. So I will be signing off now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Monday Night Mingle Radio on IntellectualRadio.com, and we will see you next Monday at 7. Have a good night.
Lay your body down, lay it on down. Lay your body down, lay it on down.
Lay your body down, lay it on down.
Class is about to start. Call me Dr. 25, baby. I'm here to teach you everything you need to learn.